Hi, Eva here. As promised, here's my demo on how to paint some cute ornaments using the Renesans watercolors that I swatched out in a previous video. Enjoy! Okay, I got all my little puddles out, and now I'm just going to have a little fun trying out these Renesans professional grade watercolors imported by April in Maine from Poland. So let's start with this one up here. So I'm going to water down the inside of these ornaments with clean water. And I also got a little salt ready. So there we have it. That one. Let's start out with the Cobalt turquoise. Dab some of that in here. And then I'm going to dab in a little bit of the yellow, transparent yellow. And a little bit more there. And then I'm just going to have it mix and mingle. Rinse out my brush. And then just fine tune the edges. There's that. Rinse it out again. That looks lovely. I think I might, let's put in a little bit of the Phthalo Blue on this side, down here. Just fine-tuning the edges there. And it would be maybe fun to just have a little bit more of the Cobalt turquoise. Just dab it in like that. And then I think I'll make my brush thirsty. Squeeze out all the water and pick up a little bit here. And maybe even there. I can dab in a little bit of the yellow. Just like that. And a little bit more of the turquoise. And then a little bit more of the Phthalo Blue. There. Okay. Let that dry a little bit. And then let's go down to this one here. And water inside it. I want a lot of water so that the colors really can run and mix and mingle. There. And so here, let's try to go with the Quinacrodone Red. And then I wanted to try the French Ultramarine Blue. That should hopefully give us some lovely purple tones, I would imagine. Just dab it around there. And rinse my brush and just go all the way out to the edges. Maybe I want to get a little bit more red in here. They definitely mix very lovely. Purple tones as expected. And we'll get a little bit more of the red in. Let them mix and mingle. And now that that one up there is drying a little bit, I think I can throw a little salt at it. So this is just strictly for fun, folks, and just to see how they mix and mingle and just starting to get a feel for the colors. You know, anytime you're starting out with a new brand, even if it's the same colors that you're used to working with, there will be some slight differences. You know, this is honey based, it's, you know, a different texture of the paint than what I'm used to with mainly painting with the Winsor Newton colors. So there's that. I'm thinking also there I want to go in and maybe just dab in a couple of spots with the red. And let's do the same with the French, that's Quinacrodone Red. It's the only red I have. And with the French Ultramarine Blue, just to give it a little bit more texture there. And then we can throw a little tiny bit of salt on up here. There. See how that goes. And let that one run up there a little bit, and I can pick up just a little bit that excess pigment. There. And then we'll leave that alone. And I think let's do the round one down here. Put water in. Gotta be careful, I've got some droplets on the handle. See, I'm getting some lovely granulation there from the French Ultramarine Blue. So this one here, let's put some Quinacrodone Red in. Oops, there we go. A little droplet there, soot in. Do it like this. So I'm painting it very, very wet because, you know, my whole point with this is to see how they mix and mingle. And let's clean my brush out, and then let's go into the yellow, transparent yellow. Quinacrodone Red is what we have going on here. And I'll put a little bit over here. There. And let's see how that goes. Fine tune the edges. There. Let it run. I wouldn't mind keeping that little bit of a white there. That looks kind of pretty, I think. And I'm going to run the excess down here and soak it up with a thirsty brush. There. Let that sit for a little bit. And then let's throw a little bit of salt on this purpley one over here with the French Ultramarine Blue and the Quinacrodone Red. Looks like I could throw on a little bit more salt up here. Maybe I did it too wet, I don't know. You never know with salt. Alright, and then let's turn this upside down and let's go in and do the big one. I think we're good. And let's get that's the Phthalo Blue. I want to get a little bit of the Quinacrodone Red in here. Some Cobalt Blue. A little bit of Cobalt Blue over here. A little bit more of the Quinacrodone Red here. Give that kind of a little chance. And let's put a little bit of the yellow in here. Just here. And then let's put a little bit more of the Phthalo Blue. There. See how that goes. A little bit more of the yellow over here. And again, I wouldn't mind if I keep a little bit of that white. I think that could be lovely. Put a little bit of yellow up here. There. There's that. And I'm going to throw some salt on that too in a little bit, but let's throw some salt on this one here. Now the transparent yellow and the Quinacrodone Red, you know, they're not granulating colors, they're staining colors, so often they don't react with salt as well as the granulating colors is what I was trying to say. All right, and then we have one more left, this one here. And on that one, again, we're going to put some water in. And now I want to get that lovely cobalt turquoise in here. There. And then let's just try and get a little bit of our indigo into this cobalt turquoise. And I think I want to also get some of the Ultramarine Blue. So this is going to be like 3 of my blues mixing and mingling together. Bring that down like that. And a little bit down here. There. There. This is fun. I love this kind of stuff. It's my favorite way of painting. Wet into wet and see what the colors do. Of course, they always do such lovely things. And then let's get a little bit more of the cobalt turquoise in there. And then up here, get this little circle going. And now I'm just on checking my shapes, see if I have any. And it's so fun because, you know, the colors, they just, they stay within the area where I've given them water to run in, so you do have some control. And then I always like to use gravity. I would say that's the only time gravity does you a favor. Some watercolor. Just fixing the edges. There. There's one little spot down here too. All right. I like that. And again, we need to throw a little bit of salt in this guy. Hasn't gotten any salt yet. Put a lot inside the white spot there. And then I'm going to let this one just have a minute to settle in a little bit. Salt works best if you let the pigments just have a minute to soak in, not be dripping wet. And of course you don't want to wait too long. Of course then they are just going to nothing's going to happen with salt if everything's too dry. Alright, so I'll keep an eye on that one for just a little bit and throw some salt on there. And then there was one other combination that I didn't do in here that I want to do on a separate piece. And that is the burnt sienna. I didn't use any burnt sienna in those because, I don't know, I think it's going to gray out too much for it to be what I wanted in those ornaments. So let's just get some burnt sienna, and I'm going to do it the whole way here. Nice and wet. And then I'm going to see, first of all, how it reacts with the indigo. Put some indigo in. Yeah, that goes grays and browns as expected. Let's do some French Ultramarine Blue in. Let's do some Cobalt Blue in. I think my French Ultramarine Blue could have been a little stronger. There. And then let's try and see how the Cobalt turquoise will do with that one. And finally, phthalo, however you want to say it. So we're just going to let these dry a little bit. That Cobalt turquoise was on a little trip over to the Cobalt blue. Let's just soak that up. There we go. So I'm just going to let that dry and we can take a look. And before this dries on me, I wanted to throw a little salt on that last one. Those are lovely colors. Those are great for snow scenes, I can just already tell. These blues, French Ultramarine Blue, the indigo, and the cobalt teal. Lovely. So let's let them dry and then we'll evaluate. So here you can see the finished result of the ornaments. I think the colors mixed really well and reacted beautifully with the salt. And this is what the swatch that I did with the burnt sienna and the blues looks like. So another really lovely mix. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and try them out yourself.